So, what to expect from the next patch? What have we got here? The Season of Blossoms. Flower Carnival.
Well, yes, we're cutting it a little fine, Reaper, but these are sneak peeks of what's coming in the next update. Season of Blossoms, we have a Flower Carnival. It looks like it'll be a 5-day login event.
Yes.
If you miss it, you can spend diamonds to get them, and it's well worth it. I mean, you spend 500 diamonds for 3,000.
Definitely.
Good
And
anyway.
I see at least day 4 is really interesting. Because I kind of need them because I'm upgrading SAG as well.
Yeah, those are a very expensive item to put that in perspective. That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking in terms of the hector medals. That's worth at least 4 or 5 hector medals or something in the Weirwood Memories events. Like they're a very nice item to grab 10 of, just like that for free. And then of course we have the Weirwood Hearts friendship chest, very nice, and a little flower banner for looks like a portrait, just in time for winter. So that's nice.
the aromatic gift. And it looks like a permanent. That's unfortunately a recharge, though. 2,000 black diamonds, oh god.
Yeah, I doubt very many people are going to get this, but it's worth noting that it's there.
Enemy army spearman attack +5. That's really.
I have a feeling that this is obviously this is from we're taking screenshots straight from Pioneer here, so I think that's going to be -5.
Definitely. It's decent, but well, if you're spending it, I mean, it's technically free.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go for it individually, but if you're already going to spend that much, well, you might as well pick that up. But again, I don't think this is going to occur to most people. Yeah, and then finally, the last bit of the Season of Blossoms is going to be the Firework Festival, which I'm sort of looking forward to. I mean, you can choose the rewards you want. It's nice. Hopefully, maybe you might get a couple more refined stones, but just though you can choose if you want the Westerosi Navigator, if you want Dragon tokens, or if you just want general speed ups, as well as the research speed 10% and so on. I mean, they're going to be nice additions if you can choose which ones you go for.
It's nice, but it's relatively minimalistic, especially for the free to play, because you have the recharge gift, which is absolutely massive. But other than that, there's just smaller rewards here and there.
Yeah, I think the 5 days, the 5-day gifts you get for free, that's going to be the biggest thing. Maybe actually getting those Westerosi Navigator free tokens, because it's one of the only ways you can get free tokens, so you don't need to spend your diamonds on them. That could be a thing, but apart from that, this is all to do with the Summer Dance event. So, shall we look at the Summer Dance event now?
The summer dance. This looks really interesting.
It looks a bit of fun, to be honest. I'm not sure how much value we're going to get. Free-to-play players are going to get out of it, but it looks like a bit of fun, and you do get a free. Looks like dice roll,
Yeah.
and if you move sort of each one, if each one of these squares is one move, you could possibly get like 6 rewards in one,
Yeah.
in one go.
But it doesn't seem to matter really because you can just make multiple rounds seeing the board like that.
Yeah, it looks like you'll go round and round, but it looks like you will be able to get some. I mean, none of these look like bad items.
That's
Not
true.
sure, not sure what the times two do, but you always need the wash stones. You got extra shields coming up. Heck, that is 3 million gold at the fourth one. That's not bad at all. And the 5,000 VIP points could be. It's nice, especially for those, especially the free to play players, because we haven't got a VIP 14 yet, which is what you want to aim for.
Yeah.
But that's worth 5,000 diamonds. That's a nice pickup.
It's indeed very nice. Every reward is very decent. I'm not sure what the tokens are. Well, I kind of know what the tokens are. I just can't recall what the tokens are.
It's free stuff. Who always odds it. Should we have a look at the rules, though, of this event? Okay, yeah, so as we can see, to participate in the event, you can roll a silver die or gold die. You'll move forward based on the number rolled and gain corresponding items or trigger special events. Silver die can be purchased with currency, and gold die can only be earned in-game. So that's nice. You will gain 1 gold die. So every time you go around, looks like you gain a free gold
That is
die.
also very nice.
That can be nice, especially if you sort of save up your, not the free die a day, but if you save up your die during the event and then use it all at once, you probably get more. Unless I don't know if it resets the progress at the end of the day though. May do. If the dice roll ends on a ×2 square, you will get a double reward effect. Nice. So you can just try that. Well, you need item chest or +3 square, so you can't get a double and double, unfortunately, but that still works.
That is indeed item and chest and +3. Kind of weird that they don't give the item Wait, if your next roll puts you on an item, a chest, or a +3, isn't everything either an item, a chest, or a +3 square?
No, because you can land on the dice. I think there's a silver and a gold die on the board, so you can land on those. Those are probably the exceptions. You don't get 2 die or something.
All right.
Using a gold die will get you double reward, so it's pretty much like the Westerosi Navigator, where it's 10-1. Here it's just 2-1. So it can accumulate up to 4 times. So if you double land on the ×2 on a gold, or if you land on the ×2 on a silver, then use a gold, you'll get ×4.
Yeah. Interesting.
During the event, you can also earn a roll reward after rolling the die a certain amount of times, so this is pretty standard. After the event ends, remaining silver die, gold die, and whatever goddess Corolia are, probably the tokens, will be preserved. So this isn't a one-off event. This event will happen multiple times. So if you want, you can save up for next time.
The strangest thing on Earth is though that it's called the summer dance when the autumn is about to start or to start it already.
But yeah, what is it? We're a month away from the start of winter.
Yeah.
The 21st of December, the winter solstice. Yeah, we're exactly a month away from the start of winter. Perfect time for a summer event.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Well, these events are coming up, and obviously we'll get a video to you in the future, but that's not all that's happening this update. A couple more things to cover, and one amazing thing which we'll get to at the end. But there are 2 commanders which are being awakened.
So you can get the dice the following ways. You can either pay 1 million times 3, which is quite a decent amount, but seeing the reward, you can easily get them back, or at least get value for that.
Well, yeah, we said one of the squares gives you 3 million gold to start off with, and it's one of the first ones. So you gain all that gold back anyway, just by getting to it.
Definitely. And the 7 times the 3,000 blue diamonds, which is also pretty much worth. You can pretty much indefinitely go for the 10 black diamonds. However, that might not be entirely worth it if you look at the rewards.
Well, you can pretty much be assured that the diamonds and the gold are always going to give you a net positive. Like the friendship chests cost you an awful lot more, and you get 2 of them. A 24-hour speed up would normally cost you more than that. Would normally cost you about 2,000 plus diamonds. You get 2 of them again. So any reward is nearly worth it. I'd say the only thing that's a bit shy is maybe the dragon tokens, but that's probably the only pitfall.
So please select your reward. As you can see, there's also a lot of rewards, and I can't really see how much. Is that 50 tokens for the castle and the? It looks like 50 tokens. So that's why the tokens are for.
Yeah, it may be the token. The thing I'm most excited about is 50 tokens may be possible. You have to be very lucky.
True.
But it could be possible. But you could also gain an awful lot of other things, even non-permanent. Now, if this event, it's said that this event will happen again. So you may save up, just get 50 tokens, save up. You could get a skin, or you could unlock, say, Annie, or I've forgotten the name.
Laena, Laena and Annie are technically becoming free to play.
Well, let's hold off on that judgment until we see how well the event does, because if it takes more than 5 years, I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, technically, they will become available. So if you're lucky, make sure to grab them up, snap them up.
Yep, very interesting. And you can save them up, so don't forget to save them up. If you can't, don't spend them on, for example, wash your rough stones if you want to save up for commanders, or if you're afraid that they might disappear at the end of the events. Just keep them in your inventory.
Yeah, costs you nothing to keep them, and that's what I'll be doing. I'll probably be keeping them until I have 50, and then getting the skins, and then saving up again.
So we have Andrea's Awakening is here as well. Now Andrea is of course another pay-to-play commander, so not available yet for everyone. But she is focused on infantry.
She's actually a very good infantry combat ability, combat leader. But it looks like the Awakening is just going to buff that even more. To start off, we're going to end up with, 6% extra attack, health, and defense. 3% extra attack, 6% extra health, 6% extra defense just on the first level. And the trend continues. So what we got for the second?
The second one is defense, infantry, health, defense, health. Another one, so absolutely perfect stars. Absolute perfect stats. And then friendship increased by 1 star. So that's basically you get. Well, I'm still not sure about it, but I'm assuming you get 1 star of friendship on your tavern stats.
Well, it depends on where that star gets assigned, but it could be worth a possible extra 50 command or other things like that. So it's nothing to scoff at. And again, more infantry bonuses on level 3, where we got more defense, health, and finally increase each commander specialization passive skill value by 20%. Now, I think that's a 20% multiplicative, so it's not a flat 20% on top of the 30, but it does mean it will be her skills will be 36%
Yes.
when she's leading, and it is passive skills, so it's interesting. Is that every commander gets the passive skill?
No.
Buff?
Each of the passive skills from this commander.
And suddenly I can breathe again because I was getting really worried.
No, that would stack like mad. That would be insane.
So again, mainly infantry health and defense. You're talking the tankiest infantry formation available.
Yeah. Okay,
But
the
this
4th
time
one,
it's-
always the most interesting one because of the special commander skill.
Yeah, although saying that, would you like some infantry attack, infantry attack, infantry attack, or infantry attack?
I would please have some infantry health actually, but I'll take the infantry attack. Okay, let's see what it does. When your infantry proportion is greater than the enemy's spearman proportion, infantry defense is plus 30%. When your infantry proportion is less than the enemy's spearman, infantry attack is plus 30%. So it's always either one of them.
So that is really important to know. That means when the enemy has more spears, your infantry, which are at a disadvantage, gains defense, allowing them to tank the spears for longer. But if the enemy doesn't have any spears, then your infantry become more apt at killing them and dealing more damage.
Yeah.
So either way, this is a massive bonus for infantry.
The question for me is, what if you start slaughtering their spearmen and at one point their spearman number becomes smaller than yours? Would your stats switch during the battle, or is it only the first, just an action before the battle starts?
That I don't know. Either way, I don't think you'd worry about the difference because you're still winning. Now you change to get more attack to kill them quicker.
Definitely, that's true.
Either way, it's a big swing because 30% is another commander basically in the front row.
Yeah.
So this is Andrea becoming probably, along with Seg, one of the must-have commanders in an infantry formation, especially a defensive one. And for us free-to-play, we are getting Rob as well awakened.
So yes, we don't have all the stars, but we have the 3rd star and pretty much also whatever the rest is going to give. So the only thing we're missing is Wolf's Assault, but I know that skill because I saw that skill already in the Winterfell event. However, I think it's going to be a bit different, but it's what's called exactly the same.
Well, as we can see, it's basically the same, but for cavalry. There's a slight more emphasis on attack. I think there's a 3% change. Obviously, we don't know what's happening with the 3 stars yet. That hasn't been introduced, but it looks like health and defense there. Enhanced specialization, basically the same as Andrea. 3% extra attack instead of the health in the first one, and then the Wolf's Assault ability. So free-to-play cavalry is going to become all that more potent.
Yeah, and indeed we assume it's the same versus infantry as Andrea had against spearmen, but that could be speculation.
So Reaper, this is the change I'm the most excited about. You have all these materials here that are just gathering dust. I'm seeing, not over 1,000 those Ute, 1,000 Cordura stones, but also your equipment that you have gold. What sets of equipment do you have gold?
The champion set, of course. And did you know what I got today? Just showing it off.
The sun spear shield. But if you have other ones, let's just look at. Do you have any other set completely to gold?
No, that's impossible. I just have the champion set completely to gold, and that's actually the set that's, well, using the materials.
Yeah, but so you actually have no use for the materials. It's pretty useless. Same with most players, actually. It can take a couple months, but nearly all of us have those maxed out now, or can do it fairly simply. Now, what would you do if I said there's a way to turn these into items you can use?
I would say I pretty much begged for that already months ago in a video I made about it.
Well, it appears, Reaper, your prayers have been answered, because in the new patch, we will have the ability to break down these items Well, in the new patch, you can actually do that, Reaper. As we can see, you can actually break down materials to create a currency. And it's not just the materials such as Ute, such as the other things like that, but also the surplus items you have. So with each set, there's like 4 items you need, and one's rare, one's semi-rare, one's common, and one you have a crap ton of. You can actually give away those surplus ones as well, transform them into these tokens.
Yep. Looking at the transfer rate, does this mean that I can only transfer 3 purple jute at once this day?
I think this is what the account has, max.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, this is just what the account has.
So indeed, it's just 64 for the purple. It's just a one-on-one.
It's a 1-to-1. It's not a lot, but it's better than you can actually recycle these now.
Well,
And
I
shall we have?
I have like 2,000 of each. So if I
So you're
remember,
you're gonna start off at what 8,000 tokens. Now, what can you spend these on?
here we have. Well, this is both disappointing and very exciting to me. Spending the tokens on gold. That is a very expensive transfer rate, as well as on the heal.
Yeah, none of these items are great. The fact is, the currency exists there. What I would prefer to see, as sort of a continuation of this, is say you could transfer them to these currency, and you could later spend the currency on, say, the chests that you could open, and try and get more materials that way.
Definitely. Even if it's just the main material chests, it's just fine to me.
I mean, these are very expensive, so I doubt it will happen a lot, but there can be some use here and there just for the items. I think it's more that you can break it down.
Yeah. The transfer rate is a really pull, though. I could only buy 4 marks of the True Dragon with all these materials, which is an insane amount.
Which I'm very disappointed by, but the fact is, it now exists. There now exists the system, so I'm hoping that once they get lambasted over all this, we're going to get a better exchange rate and it's actually going to be worth something.
Should I wait for that, or?
I wouldn't exchange at these prices. I think maybe the gold could be useful for smaller players, but at these prices, it's just not worth it. Would take too long to gain it. There's no reason to gather just for these things. But each to his own.
Well, first of all, I would probably do the heal speed ups, but otherwise, it's the transfer is pretty repulsive to look at. I'm excited and both repulsed and excited by this.
Excited yet disappointed. Well, that just sums up every update, doesn't it? But they get better. Well, we'll just have to see about the feedback.
It's just of the Spirit of the Weirwood. It literally cost all the materials I have to buy 1 Spirit of the Weirwood. So that's really interesting and terrifying. It looks really good, and especially that they actually give some commanders to us. That's actually really good. I am really excited about that, and we'll see.
I am a fan of opening out the commanders. I'm hoping that the token drop rate will be like maybe if we have 2 events, we can get the commander to grey, so 4 to a green, 8 to a blue. Sure, it will take a while, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. And the people who have bought it won't seem too hard done by, because those commanders are still pretty cheap. But it's a case of we've gone for what you could spend $50, or you could play during a year. I think that's a fair trade.
Definitely. Did you see, by the way, I just showed it, opening a chest, they secretly added a few things extra. Normally you would just get one thing, for example, gold or diamonds. And lately you've been getting also the Books of Wisdom in the last patch, and the patch before that we actually got the dragon.
Yep, it should be pointed out that the trick can still sort of work if you're looking for the highest value items on the time, but it's a bit more random now, unfortunately, because it's not one item.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, this is the patch notes, and well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon.
We hope you enjoyed the sneak peek. We'll try and get one next to you a bit earlier next time, but if you did make sure to share with your alliance so they know what's coming.
Definitely. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.